What's up, everybody? My name is Tentacle, and welcome back to more Sky Children of the Light. Ever since I've started getting more active in Sky, I've had a lot of people ask me, Tenta, how do you get through the Eye of Eden? I don't know what to do for insert part here. And to that, I say, worry not, for I am here to help. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best ways to get through the Eye of Eden, the final world of Sky. So let's not waste any more time and get this started. Now, as we're getting started here, I just want to mention one thing real quick. See those yellow lines on the top of my screen? That determines your current wing level. I don't recommend going to the Eye of Eden until you're at least wing level 7. I don't remember exactly how many winged light you need to reach that, but it's highly advantageous to do this if you're gonna go through it solo. If you have a lower winged light count, then I highly recommend doing this with other in-game friends. And, that was weird. The game kinda made that animation pretty choppy. I'm only doing this run of Eden solo because A, I have a high wing level, and B, I've been through this place enough times to where I know what I'm doing. First things first, though, you gotta avoid the rock slide. Get hit by any of those rocks and you'll be sent tumbling down to the chasm below. Also, the wind is so high in this area, don't even bother trying to fly your way through. It won't work. You just gotta wait your turn and then go. Even when you're not flying, the controls in here can be a little finicky. You might find it hard to get up certain slopes if you don't jump with the B button, or by tapping on the screen if you're playing on mobile. Said finicky controls are more present in this jump right here. I'll cut away until I actually make this jump. Or not. I did it on my second try. Okay. I'd also like to mention, you might inadvertently come across other players who are trying to do Eden runs if you're tackling this solo. So if you're ever lost, try to see what other players are doing. Aw, dang it! I forgot. There are a lot of extra winged light in this area, and I highly recommend to not go to a new area until the winged light actually processes, because otherwise it won't count. Also, this place is overrun with dark dragons, or as some people call them, krill. Here is where things get hairy. Not only do you have to dodge even more challenging rock slides, as you'll see in a moment. See? There are also way too many dark dragons in the distance. You're gonna need to be extra careful if you want to dodge them. I also highly recommend sticking to the left side of this area. The rock slide is less likely to hit you when you're over here. Those other two players are a little adventurous. But I'm gonna show you guys the safe way of getting out of here. Yeah, look at that. If you stand on that specific spot, the hitboxes of the rocks are so janky to where they won't even hurt you. Either that or I just got really lucky. And this is actually a pretty easy area if you know what to do. None of the dark dragons are near here, so it's in your best interest to immediately start moving forward if that happens. They seem to all be centered around the upper areas of this place. But the good news is, if one ever spots you, all you need to do is duck behind a wall. See, even though the dragon's light crossed me, I still didn't get spotted. And look at that. That particular dark dragon is going under this area, meaning it's resetting its flight cycle, which means I'm free to go, baby. Tell you what, though, getting spotted around this part is no fun at all. You pretty much have to reset your progress to avoid getting hit. Now then, some pointers. If a dark dragon does spot you, their red light keeps flashing faster and faster. So, that's how you know how urgent things are in the moment. Anyway, this area is full of dark crabs, but you can immobilize them with a single deep call. I'm also really sorry if things are going a little too fast. That's just how much you have to think on your feet while here in Eden. I promise things will get easier. And I also need to remember to put a flashing light warning at the beginning of this video. I'm sure my past self will thank my future self. Anyway, here is the most difficult rock slide of them all. Very little cover, obscuring wind, and very few torches. My advice, find the nearest torch and head over there. It's easy. This player is ducking near one of the torches. Oh, and that crevice where that player is hiding? That's another great place to go if you get caught and aren't able to make it to this torch. And here's the part where I was talking about there being very little cover and a bunch of obscuring wind. The dark dragons can't get you when you're in this cave, so don't worry about that. Just keep moving forward. Now here is a bit of a rest area. You've got several torches and several winged light. You might even be able to raise your wing level at least once if you collect every winged light in this area. Dang, I've already been recording for 12 minutes, and we're close to the final major area of Eden. Oh man. Even if I had gotten that winged light from earlier, I still wouldn't have been able to get to 100 winged light. Oh well. I'm more so doing this just to show you guys how to get through here easily. Now then, just beyond that door, in the distance, is the final area of Eden. This is the most important area, and the one I get the most questions about. So I'm gonna need you guys to pay attention very carefully. We must return the light of the fallen. That erupting thing in the distance is what I like to call the heart of the storm. Now, the most common question I get about Eden is, how do you tackle this final area? And it's very easy. All you need to do is go up to these glowing blue statues, interact with them, and you can deposit your winged light. Depending on how much of your winged light you're able to give to these statues, you'll earn a special reward called Ascended Candles. This is one of very few ways that you can get this very powerful currency. Don't be afraid if you start losing a bunch of winged light in this area, though. I did not mean to point there. I was trying to sit down. I promise losing your winged light is okay. Just make sure... What am I trying to spit out? Just make sure to keep moving and to never give up. Now then, I'm gonna cut away super quick and show some of the best places to deposit your winged light. Now, starting here, this is where things get tricky. The amount of available coverage is gonna drastically go down. However, there are some very good amounts of winged light statues to find if you're up for the challenge. Just remember to never give up. That is the most common thing you need to hold on to when traveling through Eden. Whenever you pass this very torch, this is the point of no return. There will be little to no coverage, and you just have to keep pressing forward to deliver your winged light. As you can see there, I got hit by the dark crystals while I was already down, and I lost a ton of winged light. But don't worry, that's natural. That is how you're meant to progress in this final area. Don't let a little storm bring you down, though. The 5 winged light at a time loss may be dangerous, but just keep pressing forward. Remember, nothing's gonna stop you from delivering your winged light. Whatever you may be going through right now, fear, frustration, any of that, don't let it stop you. Keep pushing forward. You can do it. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. If that's what you need to focus on to keep going, then do that. Nothing is gonna keep you down. Never give up. Stay strong. Stay determined. Focus on the positive. Even when it seems like there's nowhere to go, I believe in you. Yeah, this looks kinda grim, doesn't it? But look at that, in the distance. What is that? Is that another winged light? It's awfully compelling. Is this my reward? Don't worry, I know what's gonna happen here. I'm just hamming it up. If you are able to make it through the final area of Eden, you come across this unique winged light and are awarded with, quite possibly, one of the coolest cutscenes I have ever seen in this game. Watch this. That winged light thing we saw earlier, that's the light at the end of the tunnel! Your reward for getting through the final area of Sky, wait for it, is this. Welcome to Orbit. This is the true final world of Sky. In here, you're completely invincible, and you have extended flight. So just fly through this area and enjoy the sights. By the way, before I forget, I highly suggest when you're in this first part of orbit, switch to the default call. You're gonna thank me later, because at the very end of orbit, there's a little Easter egg that is best shown with the default call. This area is pretty cool, though. Sliding down a sand mountain with a bunch of jellyfish into another flight segment. You also get to see some really unique light creatures, like this king jellyfish. And remember what I said about your being completely invincible? An explanation for that is about to come up. The mantas smash through that tower, and just like them, you can plow through all the resulting debris. Just remember to not go too far up, or else you'll get launched out of this path. Now here is the final area of orbit. Hey guys, Tentacle here. I'm sorry for the really sudden change in music, but it turns out I actually do have to do this. As cool as the music in this final part of orbit is, I need to edit in different music because the music that's playing here contains background vocals from the singer Aurora. I don't want to include the original music, just in case there might be some copyright issues, you know? So, once again, I'm terribly sorry that I had to do this, but it's the safest way for me to show this area and still have this video be uploaded. I promise you, your first flight through orbit is an experience you'll never forget. Anyway, I'm gonna cut away until this area of orbit is done. So, take it away, past me. Now remember those winged light statues from earlier? These are the spirits that you saved. Each of them will grant you 1/4 of an ascended candle. So you need to deposit your winged light into 4 statues to get 1. I lost track of how many I was able to get, so we'll see how many ascended candles I get from this. The rest of them are gonna appear in a moment. Look at that! 12 ascended candles. Maybe even more. 13. Okay, that's still really good. With ascended candles, you are able to, if I can show it, use them to ascend spirits. You can get access to even cooler cosmetics and upgraded versions of their respective emotes. Oh hey, check that out, I didn't even realize. I have just enough hearts to get the bald hairstyle from the Polite Scholar. I'm obviously not going to show that off for, well, obvious reasons. But here's the kicker. Any spirits you ascend from doing these Eden runs will help you whenever you respawn. Ascended spirits will strengthen your cape in your next life. Because I've done so many Eden runs, I've been able to get a huge amount of my cape back each time. Look at that, I'm only 1 winged light away from getting to wing level 7. So I guess you need 55 winged light in order to do that. I was actually thinking about that as I was going through Eden. Like, did I say that right? But no, I did. I might as well also switch back to my Spirit Manta call now that we're done with the really awesome part of Orbit. Now, once you go through this door, your respawning awaits. And, I actually do need to skip the credits that play in this next cutscene because I'm pretty sure if that specific area of Orbit won't get my video copyright claimed, this will. So I gotta hurry. There we go. I think I can cut that out of the video. That might be useful for later. And check that out. We're back. So there you go. That, as far as I'm concerned, is the easiest way to get through Eden. Maybe not the cleanest run of Eden that I've ever done, but I'm still pretty proud of that. Anyway, that should be about it for this video. I actually do need to go because I've been recording for about 45 minutes. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I really hope this guide is helpful to some of you out there. And until next time, this is Tentacles signing out. Take care, everybody.